What if you could practice real-life conversations alone in a controlled environment? No distractions, no awkward roleplay, just the exact scenario that you've been playing out in your head with an AI companion. I introduced Soft Skills, a conversational AI platform where users can practice real-life conversations in a safe environment. Okay, so this is the new and improved Soft Skills. Here we go, I've got a short loading screen. This is all web-based, so it's very quick, very responsive. Get started, a bit of an information. All of these pages will change, like we'll update these with kind of proper branding and make them a bit more kind of nice to look at. Choose a scenario. We've got two to choose from here. So we've got like this persuasion one where we are dealing with someone senior and we're trying to get them to attend some meetings basically and work with us on a key project. And then we've got this interpersonal one where we're coaching a direct report. We're doing a one-to-one basically, and they're doing well, but there's some things for them to work on. So let's try this one. So here we go. We've got Joe. We're a mid-level manager, and this is one of our direct reports. So it's our monthly one-to-one, and these are some talking points. We'll get all this information later as well, but we need to create a supportive environment for sharing successes, hopes, and concerns. There's some things to acknowledge, and then some things to work on, basically. So let's go. This is Joe, and here we go. We've got all this stuff that we can talk to her about, and we can talk to her. We can say, "Hi, Joe. How are you?"
Okay, thanks. And you?
I'm good, thanks. Thanks for coming to this one-to-one. We haven't spoken in a while, but it's always good to catch up.
That's right. It is important to stay in touch. Let's ensure we make the most of this time to discuss my career progression.
Okay, sure. That's one of the things we can talk about. Is there anything that you have in mind? I know that we've spoken about this before and you're very keen to be a people manager. Is that something that is still top of your mind?
Yes, it is still top of my mind. I believe I am ready to manage other project managers in addition to my current responsibilities. I want to discuss a clear plan for how this can happen, with agreed milestones and support from you.
Okay, well, that's good. Being a people manager requires a lot of skills, and I know that you're very meticulous and efficient, but one of the things that is maybe a concern is that people find that you don't always take their thoughts into consideration and their emotions.
That's concerning to hear. I'm not going to accept less than 100% perfect, but I do recognize the importance of considering others' thoughts and emotions. I appreciate your feedback and would like to discuss how I can improve in this area while still maintaining my high standards.
So, yeah, Joe's obviously a tricky character there. Very efficient, but doesn't always consider others. So you have this conversation. The kind of idea is it goes for like 10 minutes. I haven't implemented that yet. You can kind of end it when you want. But we press this end call button, and then this is being sent off to a separate API, basically. So we've got our transcript here, so we can see what we talked to her about. Not much there because we didn't chat to her very long, but we do have all of the kind of feedback. So while you address the issue of Joe's efficiency possibly affecting team dynamics, you do not delve into specific strategies. I didn't talk to them for very long, but yeah, it's good to bear that in mind that I didn't actually go into giving those specifics. Each of these characters you're trying to sort of get from one place to another, you've got specific objectives and things to talk about. And this feedback will kind of change depending on how successful you are and the responses that you get back from that individual. So there we go. That is one of the 2 scenarios in the prototype. So this is actually a version 2 of a project that I worked on last year, and I built it in Unreal Engine, which is a kind of 3D game engine. It's very powerful, but the problem with it is it's not very accessible. You can't really load up projects on the web, and the solution that we had was this pixel streaming solution, which took quite a while to load the actual project and the actual game when you went to the browser. So this version is built natively for the web. Anyone on any device can access it, and the scenarios that we built can be plugged in and enabled for various users depending on what they're learning about. It has been entirely built from the ground up, and this is very much an MVP, so we'll see how it develops. Last week, as I was building this version of Soft Skills, I got to work with one of our soft skills specialists and build out the scenarios in order to fit them into a more robust framework.
My name's Richard. I've worked in learning and development and talent for coming up to 20 years now. Fortunate enough to work with QA on a range of different programs and interventions to support people's development.
With his background, it was really great to have him on board because he was able to take it to the next level with the scenarios and the characters and build something that's a lot more integrated in what we actually teach. And it'd be great to see where we can take that in the future.
I was quite surprised with what we were doing, with just how real it felt, actually. The responses were really real. They felt very genuine. Having contracted this work in the past, that I'm often mindful of is just how much cost goes into setting up a development program or a development center. So the use of technology to offset that cost, but still bring a really realistic experience that people can apply in their own work is a really exciting innovation. I think what we've got is a useful starting point for sure. There's a whole scale called a behavioral anchored rating scale, and you could write out different types of behaviours. The most simple being a 3-point scale or a 5, sometimes go to 7. The option on top of that is to have some sort of competency framework and looking at how that links to businesses. You can collect that data and look at within a business. You can do some talent mapping. Having this where you can practice in a safe environment, maybe on your own, before then going to talk to others. And maybe this is on demand, so you could do it anytime. I think that's really valuable.
So that is soft skills in its current iteration anyway. I'm keen for people to test it. That's the next phase really, is getting people in there, testing it, playing with it, breaking it, seeing what we can do. And I really want to know where we can take it as well. There's lots of applications for this, whether it's like testing for a verbal exam or practicing your soft skills or managing or sales pitches, whatever. There's lots of things. Every conversation that you have, whether it's online or in person, you can practice for. So let me know what you think, give it a test, and I'll see you next time.